Welcome, and welcome to my live. I know I haven't done this in a minute. Welcome to Let's Chop It Up. But this segment is Sex Talk After Dark. How y'all doing tonight? I know it's been a minute for a lot of the people who know about the Sex Talk, and welcome all new to Sex Talk with your boy Anthony McNeil. Let's chop it up. Tonight we're going to get into some things, some real good things, that a lot of people want to talk about, but what's your freak number? You know what I mean? What is your freak number? Let's answer it honestly. Also, I had a few emails that people want to talk about. Actually, I got a lot of them. The next week, I had to put up there too. I don't know if y'all saw the reminder, but it's a very touchy subject as well. But the freak number is probably going to go real quick. But the second thing is for the things women complain about the most, but they will say certain things about by saying, hey, size don't matter. But then you have a lot of say size do matter. But for the ones who say size don't matter, and it does, why do you do that? I mean, because you're not going to be satisfied in a situation that you're not being real with. A lot of them say, okay, well, they got some face game or they go down or whatever like that. But, I mean, let's keep it real. You got guys that if they not packing and they got a good face game, got still cheat. And then they're saying with the guys that say, okay, well, if they not giving head or stuff like that, they just want regular sex, and guys say, oh, I'm cool with that. But then they're a head doctor, but because they want to get with the chick or they think the lady is wifey type, but eventually they're going to want that head. But because they want that person, they like, okay, well, I want to compromise that because I really want her. But then eventually you're going to want something that you always like doing. Well, I see the house packing up real quick. I'm about to get roll call in a second. I just want to break down everything down. And I definitely want to get that perspective. I'm going to drop the link and we're going to chop it up. All right, give me a second. I ain't got my hair cut or nothing. My hands look crazy. So, oh, shit. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little avatar up here. Okay. Pretty chocolate girl. Simply a sweetheart. Lovey one. Go ahead and get this night started. There go the link. I'll open up my YouTube so I can see the chat. Give me a second because I got my chat up. I'm about to come back to stream, y'all. There we go. Yo, yo, yo. Lovely love.
Hey, love. Hey, love.
Hey, what's up?
Got my top down. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. Cut this down.
Hey, 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 hey. One, two,
There we
one.
go.
Hey,
All right.
hey, hey.
Can you still hear it and not being too loud?
No, you're not being loud, you know.
Huh?
But I like it, though. I like those. Yeah.
You breaking up?
I'm sitting here.
Huh?
How am I breaking up and I'm just sitting here?
I'm just telling you. I mean, you can ask the chat. Can y'all hear her? Is she's clear?
I can't see your chat.
Um,
Want me to drop down?
no, you don't have to drop down. I was just saying that
I
you
know.
sound clear now. You sound clear now. But I'm just saying at first when you was talking, you was going like like that.
That's how I was sounding at first. You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Lovely.
yeah, I'm still
Yeah, it's time to do it again. You might want to go back out, come back in.
okay. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna drop down because I never move.
Hey, did y'all hear her clearly? Right. That's what I was saying. That simply said the same thing. You say you sound like a robot. Robotish. Oh my God. Hey y'all, I messed up. I really messed up. But I guess since we're on this subject, because I was started the wrong one. This supposed to be next week. It's supposed to be why do men start the romance or know the difference? But I guess y'all rather go ahead and talk about that and I just switch it up for the other thing next week. I think lovely come up. My other cohort that usually sometimes come up, leave a butterfly. You know, you're the doctor. Come on up for a sec too. You know what I mean? I want to get your, pick your head too as a doctor of psychology. You know, you can help me since there's no men in here. I thought Wayne would come by, but I think he's busy. To get a perspective, since we're gonna, I guess, talking about, since I clicked the wrong one. Why do men stop romance? Because I got a lot of emails on that. People asking questions on. Okay. Now I was just trying to get a vote for what y'all want. Do y'all want to talk about the, why do women say, about size and stuff like that, and when they really don't mean it. For the ones who don't really mean it, they just go along with it to get certain accolades. And it's none particular. It could be men too, in the same way. Again, like I had this co-worker. I don't like putting people on because he watched my show, and I don't want to put him on the spot. But I've been asked about that too in email too. A couple of ladies wanted to talk about it. One y'all know, Auntie Donna. She asked about one of the questions. So, well, um, for men who, for women who don't do that, and Auntie Donna made that clear that she don't. So, but for men who used to getting that, why, they say, okay, cool at first, but then knowing that's one of the things they really like, but then they go cold turkey and be with a person that they're very interested in, just to have everything else. Sometimes that leave a trap door. Just the same as women who say size don't matter, love the face game or want the face game, but then eventually they're gonna want something that they like besides the face. You know what I mean? They want to be pounded out or whatever the case may be. So my thing is, reason why we're talking about it is why do human beings do that? Sometimes just to get part of what they want. I know other things. There's things to compromise, but some things that that you want that can later down the line lead you in the wrong road. And that's the thing. Of asking why these things happen for men and women. When the compromise on a big thing, a big situation that can turn into something. Oh, we got Crystal. What's up, Crystal? Yes. Simply, I gave that to Crystal. So, hey, hey, condolences to your family too, Crystal. Again, I know I said it a couple times. I'm saying on here. Thank you for coming by. But again, now I'm just trying to get an idea. But since we already talked about it, give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and change the title on here. Well, I guess somehow we just keep it on there since I already messed it up. Shit. Hey, I thought I clicked on the right one. Oh well. We can. I guess we can talk about that too. But why do men stop the run? I got like 6 emails talking about that. Um. Okay. Why do men stop the romance or know the difference? I mean, I can only answer in my opinion. Well, okay. Okay. Wow. I mean, she been having problems or something. If I can ask. Um. I mean, that'd be unfortunate. I mean, I don't want her to go, but okay. Pretty chocolate girl. I messed up. What I did was I put in sex talk, and then I accidentally clicked the wrong live. This live supposed to be next week. Say episode 8 is supposed to have been, but I guess I can talk about this one or that one. This is why do men stop the romance or know the difference. I have got a lot of emails on that, and then I had the other one before, which was what is your sex number, and why do women say size don't matter when it really does? Which one? That's what I asked earlier. Which one y'all prefer to talk about now? Which one we can talk about now, one we can talk about later. Oh, okay. Anyway, I guess I go ahead and there's either change the topic on this one or keep the conversation on with. I mean, both of them are good. I mean, I guess this one is on a romance. Hey, it's all hi there. How you doing? Oh, there you go. Now, I love your perspective as well, Andrea. If you want to come up and also talk about it. When it comes, well, no, you're not going. No. You're a boss, so you're definitely a boss. So you're going to act. You're going to tell exactly what you want. But no, the live I'm supposed to be on is this, not this one, but next week. But the conversation was going to be, what's your sex number, and then why do women um, who say size don't matter when it really does. That's what live I'm supposed to be on right now. But this is supposed to be for next week. And I know not to ask you because I already know that you're gonna tell exactly what you want up front. Period. There ain't gonna be no cut cards, no deal breakers. So anyway, so I guess I'll say that for next week and go ahead and do why do men stop the romance and or know the difference. Okay. Now, why do men stop the romance? Now, I'm only one guy, and I can only give you one man perspective. And I know pretty much if all of y'all been more than one relationship before, then I guess you already, and especially long relationships, I know you've seen a lot of things that kind of like backed off after the course of time. Now, one thing about with men is once they get comfortable, they have, they become routine. You know what I mean? And it's not nothing against the woman or nothing. It's just how men operate when they're in a safe, loving, caring place. It's go out there, work hard, take care of the bills, make sure the wife is happy, able to get everything that she wants, get everything that she need. If you have a family, take care of the family. And that's pretty much, how they keep their world as stress free as possible. So that's the shell that they build within their circle of family. Um, and it's easy for us to, well, for a guy to slip into that. And I can generalize say that because that's what you see when most of guys do, or you hear women say that their husbands do. So um, again, now for the ones who don't know the difference, that's still a young man who still haven't, really found that person, or they haven't been really taught or shown love before. I mean, that's just my opinion. Because once you meet that person that you see that person as the world to you, and you want to be in that world with that person, that's the person that you would definitely who want you want to spend your time with. So you're going to pull out all the stops to be with that person. Now they should know the difference, what I mean, of romance, what I mean, or romanticizing a woman that they're very interested to. Oh, that's understood, Crystal. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. But I mean, but what about before all of that happened, though? You know what I mean? Before you even get to find out if it was a 5 minute brother. You know what I mean? You know, leading up to that, you got one guys, especially today, you hear a lot of the women, not the lot of women, but just say a lot of seasoned women who's either getting back into the game or starting into the game, but they finding a lot of the guys out here today, or they think they go to a nice restaurant, especially with like a flashy guy, who got money, the rapper type dude, or the the black business owner who think they're like super that, you know it's just you find out a lot today. You know what I mean? And it's still making a lot of the brothers look kind of bad because they not doing all the things that our parents did, or our grandparents did. You know what I mean? If you come back from the 50s and back then, you'll see that opening up the door, having a nice talks on the phone late at night. It ain't even talking about sex. It's just general talk and getting to know each other. Like I said, everything that lead up to that point. You know what I mean? And you don't see that even with music. You don't even see that no more today. It's just, you know, go out, and sometimes you don't even make it back to the house, to the bed. It might happen in a car or in a restaurant bathroom or shit like that. And it's crazy. And then you got the folks my age thinking it's cool to do that, and it's not. You know what I mean? So that's why, a lot of women, especially black women, not saying you guys, but for the ones that you hear that wants to go out and, overseas. I saw a TV show about a couple of years ago, Meeting Love in Italy. It was something like that. You might know what I'm talking about, but it was black women going out there and finding love in Italy. Because they kept saying the same thing, almost, like the black guys are too immature, the black guys are too much into themselves, the black guys are stingy, the black guys don't know how to be a man, don't know how to be a gentleman. All the stuff that that is bringing a lot of the good guys down. Now, now, if you meet a person that you definitely would like to get with, it's no problem, because we're in that situation now that I feel, not myself, but this is my thought. If he's open to listening and he's open to learn, and it's not the one point that you're gonna have to be his mom or anything like that, but sometimes I feel that certain things that you want for somebody who don't know and you think it's worth it, talk to him, or get him around people who he can learn from. You know what I mean? That's just my guess. Because if it is slim pickings out here, but if you got a person who's doing most of everything that you're looking for, then why not say something? Not expect it to be. If he can be molded, in a certain way, he had the potential to do it, but he was not brought up that way. Why not, try to help get them there? Get them around some positive people. If you're positive, I'm pretty sure a lot of your friends who have men friends are positive people. And once you be around, you do learn certain things. You do get to know, who that person is with, sometimes by their friends as well. Crystal said Mexico, they have a show called A Story Is Like That show they have in the United States called The Bachelor, but it's 7 women and 7 men playing a game. Birthday totally new all through the show. Okay. My sister showed that to me the other day. Oh, Nikki. Okay. Okay. Um, and Crystal, and that is true. You want to be treated like a queen, like God made you to be. I mean, and that's why I feel that any woman should be treated as a queen. With utmost respect. And given everything that she need and she want. And again, a lot of the guys today, and some women too, uh, this day and age coming up, they don't know that. You know what I mean? They start falling off from that. I think they start falling off from love. The same change to the music in this time. You see a lot of the changes in it. You know what I mean? It's not even a whole lot of love out there no more. It's when you come up from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, look at all the music. Like right now, we have legends now. They're called legends now because it's out of the time frame. So SWV is considered legend compared to like Patti LaBelle, where she's a diva. You know what I mean? So I mean I know they got so many acronyms for them, but it's just okay. What's after that? We got a couple of hitters out there that's making it do. Beyonce, her, and a couple of other ones. You know what I mean? But it's not like how it was in the 90s. I mean, we can go through the list. That was the last of what we actually had of love music, love making music or something that you can, right now, I guarantee all of you on here would definitely agree with me that there's at least 5 songs that y'all can think of. I can say 5 songs, and I guarantee you'll remember the day you was at when you heard that song and who you was with. I guarantee you, and I guarantee you, they was all in the 90s. And see, and that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like if I say right now, if it's a her song, well, she makes very nice, beautiful music, right? And a couple of other ones out there. It's not a lot of them like it was back then. You know what I mean? But it ain't a song that her make right now that I know. For one, I'm saying her. I know some of you might heard of her, and some of y'all might not heard of her at all. You probably heard of music, don't even know who she is. But if I go back and I say, okay, do you remember Amari? All right. And let's say, who else? Uh, what's that? I got a lot of them. You got, I'm thinking about a couple of guys. Jodeci, okay. H Town, you know what I mean? Who else? What did I say? That's what we mean. Bringing love and love song, putting hands, not putting hands on women. Yeah, that is true. And I definitely, if y'all get a chance, go check out the Hayes family. They make some great music. Great music. And they all can sing their butts off. Crystal is here in the chat. You can subscribe to her. Her sister Nikki, her sister Kim, Kip, Kevin, and I think is it Amanda? I believe. Oh yes, Deborah Cox. Yeah, I love some Deborah Cox. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's going back to Crystal. But yeah, I actually pretty chocolate girl. This is the girl. Well, not the girl, but remember the two guys, Kip and Kevin. They did that song with by New Edition. This is their sister right here. That song that I sent to you, that was on YouTube. This is their sister right there. But I'm getting off topic a little bit. hmm But this the whole thing though. I mean, again, for you know, we need it for if we trying to get back to where we want our daughters and sons to be treated the same way that our parents have come through the years with the good relationships. Um, and we want them to have good relationships. We definitely have to start doing better, in teaching and even the selection of partners. You know, a lot of them, coming up from the 80s up to now has fallen off. A lot of single parents, a lot of two around, three around, five around grandmas that's out there taking care, other kids, their kids' kids, and they haven't done the same thing they have done for, the way we came up. You know what I mean? So it's like they're tired and everything. So they definitely will. Hey, BBK, boss, how you doing? They definitely would, been tired, and they definitely. Oh, that's no problem, BBK. But they definitely are tired. You know what I mean? And again, with the grandkids, they not treating them as the same as they treated us. They just want to love them and spoil them. You know what I mean? But the thing is, um, a lot of them have missed that boat. You know what I mean? Because they didn't have the mother or the father, or they just had the mother, or they just had the father, or a lot of them just had grandma. And they just learn what they learn from others instead of they being nurtured and taught how to love. A grandma's love is different from a mother and father's love. You know what I mean? Grandma is grandma. You know what I mean? She can definitely fill that role for mom, but it's still not the mom role to teach, how to love somebody else and how you do it. I mean, she can, but that role and feeling is kind of different than what you project to your children as a parent. How you came about to make that child. If it was, you know, you was in love with your high school crush and that love story type of situation. You know what I mean? And everybody's story is different, but still it's just a part of the matrimony. You know what I mean? It's just a point of how I came there, just like the love song. You know what I mean? What she wants out of relationship, what he wants to provide in a relationship, how he wants to love on her and everything. Hey Keisha, welcome, welcome. Well, welcome, welcome. Um, Thank you for stopping by. Sit back, relax. Welcome to the show. We're having sex talk after dark with Let's Chop It Up. Myself, Anthony McNeil. I haven't done this in a while, but you're new to it, so this is your first time. We talk on hard subjects and the tough, good questions when it comes to sex, relationships, romance, and all. So I hope you enjoy yourself and subscribe. If anything else, like the live, I greatly appreciate it. But basically, you know, we had to start showing, and if it's anything else that we can do, I know it's not like a big thing here on YouTube, but for some of the men out here, which is not any on here but myself, um, when you start having like little things to talk to these guys that's already out here who trying or wants to be but don't know, because I know a lot of these women out here that's already been, in failed relationships and stuff like that, and you're tired of the mess. You definitely don't feel like you want to be raising a kid, a grown man as a kid, but because we have dropped the ball, like I said earlier, that we you're gonna have those situations that, okay, for instance, you have a guy who works, he works his butt off, he makes a decent income, enough to take care of him, his family, and everything else. But because he have not been taught really how to appreciate a woman. He think just hanging with the boys and stuff like that, and not having that father figure or a mom that had even time to teach him how to be around a woman. He thinks what his friends do, which a lot of them probably doing a lot of stuff that he shouldn't be doing. They think it's cool on just hey, if I think I buy a woman a steak or I'm buy her some this and that, I'm gonna get some ass, and that's gonna be it. But if I really like her, what do I really do? And he's gonna do all the wrong things. He don't know. He's not gonna know how to pick flowers, or you know what type of movies to go to and stuff like that. Hey Kim, welcome to the chat. I hope you're not leaving. I hope you don't. But no, like I was saying, I definitely, we should have something out here to, I mean, I see things for women all the time. For women's health, like women's seminars, and then you have some men out here too, but it's not touching on basis of how to be, in a good relationship. You know what I mean? You have a few out here, but it's not a lot focusing in the black community. You know what I mean? And I think we need more of that. And it's nothing, and I know you got some men that's going to be out here that going to feel some type of way and think it's kind of girly, or think it's somebody's homing in on, their manhood and stuff like that. And that's not really the case. You know what I mean? It's just, hold on. Start dropping the ball, man. Treat your girlfriend like you treat your mother. I mean, but yeah, that's true too. But see, and this is where it gets kind of crazy. Now I know a few guys how they treat their mom. You want to stay as far as way you want from them, because especially come up from the 80s and 90s. Even I got family members that I would like never introduce you to because of how they are, you know. And again, a lot of things has changed since the 80s coming up now, and all the kids that was born from that are of age now in their 30s, going into their 40s. Um, because of the, and I don't want to blame it just on the drug game, but the crack era has displaced a lot in the black community all over, and y'all know that's facts. Have the guys are dead, have the guys are locked up forever, and for all the youngins that was born from then don't have no direction. And this is what we seeing right now. And those the ones that fit in that category, that not knowing the difference. you know, you got the moms that are teaching, the daughters, or they saying, certain things. And that's another thing too, because for the moms that's out there working and trying to make the damn thing work, the strong, black woman, who really is out there to make sure she provides because she's fulfilling both roles, she's not able to teach that as well. See, and this is where it all started crumbling down. So again, if you do find a guy, that okay, he piques your interest. You find out he's not a person who's gonna, who's getting in trouble, that you have to worry about him going to jail, and you have to worry about, they doing all types of creepy things. I mean, if he's a hardworking guy and he makes enough money to provide for you and your potential family, if that's the what direction you want to go, but because he's in the not know the difference area, don't mean that you can't sit and talk and y'all can grow together, and also you can teach them or put them around people who can, you know, mold him. Again, if you're a great person or you're a good hearted person, a lot of times you have great friends and their friends have men friends too. And it's not trying to make him, become another person, but if he's a person that's trying to learn, he will pick up a few things. Men do that. They don't admit to it, but you'll see certain things that men do. They don't know. They're gonna see certain things and they're gonna like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like for instance, they hanging out, they playing basketball together as they get to know each other through time. While the women are hanging out, going shopping or whatever, they playing. Hey man, I'm about to go and get some edibles arrangements for my wife. And send it to her. She's been having a bad day. And I just want to put a smile on her face. When she get home, I'm gonna cook dinner, or I'm gonna, there's a lot of things that, that's simple that will mean a lot to you, and I know these things, but for the guys who's coming up, don't haven't been around that, how they supposed to know? But they can learn from other guys. Trust me, not the knuckleheads they grew up with. Again, the ones that, I buy you a steak. Oh, I know I'm probably not gonna get there if I get, some McDonald's, but if I take it down to, the big, what's name restaurant, or I'm gonna get some, and and think just give money, give money, give money, you know, that person's gonna be like, well, what else do you have to offer? And even though, again, if he don't have that structure, you're gonna feel some type of way, and eventually he's gonna feel some type of way, and then there go a relationship that potentially could have been good going down the drain that quick. I mean, that's how easily it happens. So that's why I'm saying that for everyone who feels, I mean, again, I'm trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just trying to give my opinion on a situation that can be put in the right direction, considering for the things that has happened. And if you just open up just a little bit, not saying y'all closed, but I know you're tired too. But I'm just saying, if you see some potentially out there that's not completely the full package, but has the potential, you know, I would say just give it a try. I mean, again, go for everything that you want, but also leave a little room for the potential that it could be. Because sometimes you can miss out on a very big thing, because of a couple of things that was not knowing the difference. And for the ones who's already in it and who's not, who stopped the romance, I would say this. Um, it's not only the men that goes out of the romance, women do too. And men, I mean, from what I hear from the guys at work and friends that I talk to, the good ones, they like certain things. Like, okay, and y'all know you'll probably hear the same songs before too. You know what? He don't do this no more. He don't do that no more. He don't do this. It's certain things that the women do too. Sometimes surprise your man. You know what I mean? And if he's not reciprocating, then that's when sometimes you have to give him a wake up call. Hey, look, you know, hey, you used to do this, you used to do that. What's going on? I'm tired just as tired as you, but I make time for you, and I try to make everything great for you. Hey, I still need that as well. You know what I mean? I want you to be, attentive as you used to be. It don't have to be all the time because we are working, we are doing a lot of stuff, but it's nothing to again show appreciation. And a lot of times, appreciation will also start that ball of the romance without being in the bed or having sex. Just the thoughts. Sometimes you send a message or a card, but women need to do the same thing too. Y'all fall just as not as much, but y'all do. You know, the affection. You know what I mean? Sometimes the affection dies down between both sides. But if you're giving the affection, then you need to be getting the same amount of affection that you give. You know what I mean? And just make that known. You know what I mean? Like again, you can sit and like one phone call, hey, what you doing? Or I know probably some of y'all have been through this before. Like if you at work and your partner called and he say, hey, what you doing? What you wearing? He already know what you wearing. He saw when you laugh. Be like, what you wearing? Oh, that sounds pretty good. Oh, okay. What kind of underwear you got on? Huh? Oh, really? All right. Mm. Little stuff like that, Or, hey, what you doing at lunchtime? Okay, well, look, let's go to the park. Man, you want to whisper in your ear a couple of things. You know, might sound a little crazy, but trust and believe. It's the smile and it's the thought and the ball you get rolling in the head. You know what I mean? So now you're at work like, ooh, okay. Now you ain't enough time to meet at lunch or whatever, but you got the ball rolling. So then whenever you get home, you really want to, get it to be a surprise or whatever, you know, you can get him into like, oh well, shoot, I want if I get home before she do, I can do this and this and that, and guess what? All the time is for me. I can do this, I can do that, and all that time is for me, and I get all the goody I want. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times we do. Thank you. Um, a lot of times we want to do that. We do want to do these things, but it's like sometimes we have to have that jump stop spark, you know, and I know it's supposed to be run for both sides, but you know, again, I don't have no other men in here, so I'm talking to all ladies. I'm just giving my perspective. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's other gentlemen out here who would say, certain things that I won't say, or do. I mean, again, everybody who are in a relationship in this live, you remember the person you with right now. The things that they used to do to give you that spark, or used to do certain things that you're like, wow. It's nothing big or dramatic, but it was just something that make you go, that's my boo, or that's my babe, or that's my, that's my guy, you know. And then there's sometimes you just have to remind them. They want to do it. Again, they just get locked into a because a guy's not gonna sit there and complain when it's like, oh man, I remember when you used to do this, you used to come in and surprise me with this, or that used to get me so fired up. You know what he gonna do? He might not do it right then, but he definitely got it in his head. It's gonna be back in his head, and slowly but surely, he gonna make you go pow, and he wants you to go pow. So he gonna definitely gonna bring it to the forefront. Like, okay, I definitely hear you. Okay, yeah, and because sometimes you don't have to tell them directly. Like, you realize, hey, as y'all sitting just talking, you remember back in so and so when that song, somebody come knocking your boots, H Town, y'all, yeah. Remember that one time we was, that time that you came home and my neck was hurting and you gave me a massage and before you know it, you just took this oil and just put it all over it. That made me feel so hot and sexy. And we got to do it. You just in your tank top and your Timberlands. You was hot. That shit turned my ass on. But when you did that massage and you didn't get a chance to get all your clothes off, see, you get the ball rolling in their head from the young man to the old man back to the young man. You know what I mean? Oh, when you got those Ebro chocolates delivered to my job and you wrote that sexy note to me, that had me so crazy that I wanted to leave work early. So you get that ball rolling back in their head again. See, again, it's not that we're not not in love or whatever. It's just we get complacent. We're just not good, but it's easy to fall into it because we have, especially when you have children, we get into a routine. And again, we don't want a whole lot of stress. Men and stress don't deal very well, so we try to stay away from a lot of stress. You know what I mean? So we build these certain situations so nothing if nothing to fix if it ain't anything broken. I mean that's the best terminology I can give you, but if it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get out that routine, now and then. You know what I mean? Not all the time, because yeah, we do these days have to work a lot to maintain because everybody is like two paychecks away from being on the street. So I mean, I'm not saying do anything extravagant unless you got the extravagant money to do it. But there is room, for both sides to, you know, get that romance to stay in there. I at least say 4 times a month, at least. That's the romance. I didn't say the sex. I said romance. Because you can't romance every night. I mean, if you can, that'd be super great. But let's be real. You know, Women coming home from hard from work, husband want to get it in. If you give it to him, you're not gonna be always in the mood to be the romance. You want to get it out the way, and vice versa. The woman come home and she's hot and he's super tired, but he still want to make his wife happy. He's not gonna get super romantic. He's gonna try to bring your brains out and then make sure you get that nut, and he's gonna take his ass to sleep. I mean, let's keep it 100. That's real talk. But at least 4 times a month, at least. If you can get more, but once a week out of romance. For the ones who have sex at least 2 or 3 times a week, I would say at least one of those times out of that week a romantic night. And I think that will carry a further, a relationship to be back up in a good, great area, a great, not sex, but or more of a nurturing, loving relationship. That's my opinion. Any thoughts? I hope I ain't talk your head off. sorry. I hope I didn't do that, Kim. Mm, oh God, I'm sorry. I hope nobody came up on my stream, y'all, because I was in the YouTube looking at the comments. I don't know, I have a bad habit of doing that. Very, very bad habit of doing that. Very bad habit. Mm, oh man. Okay. Okay. Um. I mean, y'all got any questions? I mean, open book. Definitely will answer your questions. You know, if I can help with anything that um, to give you a idea of anything, from we want to surprise your partner, or things you want to say to your partner, or or give your opinion on, or give your thought on the situation. I mean, it's not to put your business out in the street, just a general, you know. Yeah, I understand, I definitely get it. I get it, Crystal. I know y'all just went through a very, very, very trying situation. If there's anything that I can do, just tell her hit me on the back channel, and I definitely will talk to her. That's very true. And if you go back on my page, Keisha, I hope you subscribe to my channel, and you check out the earlier editions of my sex talk. That's one of the big things that I promote is communication. Communication is the number one thing in a relationship. It's not love. It's not sex. Communication. That's the number one thing. If you can't communicate, there's nothing. There's nothing. You can try to make it something, but it's going to lead to nothing. Period. Because if one, y'all going to have a difference in opinion, which is a good thing, because then y'all both have thoughts, and both your thoughts need to be heard. And respectfully, both of y'all thoughts need to be conveyed to each other. And that's what makes a relationship. If it's one sided, then it's a one sided relationship. That's real talk. One thing that I have learned, even in my late years, my later years, is that a relationship that don't have fights, don't have arguments or disagreements, is a relationship full of secrets. That's real talk. This can't be a one sided relationship. You know, you have to at least once a week have a if you're not a person who has something on their mind, that's something that you don't like, or something that disappoints you, and you don't have a day y'all take out to have an open day of talking to each other and not worrying about who feelings you're hurting, this and that. That would be healthy for the relationship, because if you love and care about each other like y'all supposed to, and it's true, then temporary feelings is not going to put you out a definite thing. I mean, that's just real talk. I mean, because you're gonna get mad at your partner, and your partner gonna get mad with you. That's the because y'all not the same people. But getting mad don't mean that's a permanent thing, and you have to understand that. That's the way y'all only way y'all can grow. How I mean, a relationship is a relationship, but what really makes a great relationship, a relationship that gets through problems. I say it again. A good relationship is a good relationship, but a great relationship is a relationship that can get through problems. Because that's when you're being really tested on how y'all being compatible. And if y'all can work together through that, y'all can make it through anything. That's real talk. Well, that's pretty much my side of the situation. Well, Crystal, I'm about to jump off because the hour is up and I don't have any questions. Let me welcome Keisha Bishop for coming by. I hope you become a subby. Um, and I'm definitely going to get back on the ball. Again, let me apologize again and again. There was my mistake for clicking on the wrong live. This live is supposed to have been next week, and I clicked on the wrong one. So since I got this out the way, the one I had for today, I will do next week. Thank you everybody for coming by. Hey Diva Divine Light, how you doing? Um, I was just about to wrap up. Unless I don't know, we probably didn't hear anything, so you might have to go back and listen to it from the beginning. Unless you got some questions, I'm happy to answer them before I get off. Um, why do men stop romance, or know the difference between having a romance or not, or giving romance? That was the subject today, and as I was telling them, this actually was the live for next week, but it is what? Thank you for a grown book conversation. And yes, I said I'm out. Okay, thank you, Keisha. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button or not. It's okay either way, like or dislike. Yeah, I mean, but I'm open for a few more minutes. If you have any questions, like I said, it was just I just broke down pretty much everything that was on about romance and how they get the romance started again. Just some general things. Um, um, that's a very very good question, and I would stay around for that, Crystal. I definitely would give you my opinion on it. Can you give me 1 second? I need to pay the water bill. Give me 1 second. Thank you for holding and waiting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Now, Crystal. So hold on. Let me back it up a little bit. Let me back it up a little bit. All right. Okay. All right, here we go, right here. Let me highlight that one. Oh, I'm back in here again, huh? My bad again. I messed up. Okay. Okay, Devon. All right. Good question right here. Why do men need more than one sex partner? Why do men cheat on their spouse? Why do men hit their spouse? Okay, for the first one, why do men need one sex partner, more than one sex partner? Well, me, I don't need more than one sex partner. You know, the partner that I'm with, I found this attractive, and that's the only person I want to be with. And from that point, I don't need no other sex partner. Not all men cheat. And one thing I would tell you that you can definitely find within men that if he's about you, he's about you. And I cannot speak for all men, but I'm just speaking from my opinion for myself. The person I'm with, I've always been attracted to, and she always made me feel secure within myself. You know, I'm secure within myself, but she also, give me, that she's devoted to me and I'm gonna be devoted to her. And one thing is coming up, I've been cheated on before, and I don't like that feeling. So I'm not gonna do that to a person to have 5 minutes of fun for a lifetime of trouble. But I don't want to either. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of attractive women here on YouTube. There's a lot of attractive women out here at work. There's a lot of attractive women out here in the world. Don't mean that you have to have it. You know what I mean? Again, it depends on the man that you're with. And I can't even speak for all men. I mean, I know a few guys at work that been married for a lot of years and they never cheated. You know, but today's society is being promoted. Today's society, and it's sad because you have some men my age, and they feel they still trying to be young and try to hang out with a lot of the young women or young girls. Got men that's 40, 50 trying to be with a 22-year-old and shit like that. And with the same with the music, my girlfriend's got a girlfriend, or you got not men who wants to go and get their own women. They wants to go get somebody else's woman. So it's just bad all the way around. You know, and I would say, and I'm not trying to talk bad, but on other men, but to me, that's weak men, very weak. I mean, I'm just calling it as it is. If don't commit to a relationship, and I say I got a couple of guys that I work with now that is supposed to be getting married, but he told out dog. And I was like, dude, are you serious? I'm like, so what about that person do that to you? Oh, the fuck, this, that, man, fucking black. But Why you doing what you're doing? And that's the crazy part. Is it like, okay, well, ain't it just as good for the goose that it is for the gander? I mean, you can't get upset if, again, and you got to make that very clear. And then you have to put your foot down on what you will deal with and what you will not deal with. And that's speaking for all three in a situation. Having more than one sex partner, and cheating and hitting. Hitting is a definite no no. Cheating is a definite no no. Now I know there's times, and it's still not an excuse for a woman or man to go out there cheat in a relationship. If it's something that you not sure of, or and this is why I needed to have my first lie before this one, because I don't want to talk about the topic now, but it's the same thing as of giving up certain things about yourself that is totally you to get with the person that you think is that person for you. For instance, my live that I posted today was talking about what's your freak number, but why, and the second part of it was why do women that says size does not matter when it really does. Not all women is on, big, and not all women is on small. But the difference is if a woman who's used to having a certain size and that's what makes her happy, I don't care how much face action he gives you if he's below the belt, area instead of above the belt area. You're going to eventually want what you want or desire something that you're used to. And that's how you get start lurking in corners. Same as I was saying, for instance, with men, for a man who likes getting head, but then meets a woman who don't do head. And you got women who don't. You got men who don't. But it's a part that, okay, well, I really like her, I love her, I dig her, and this and that. Eventually, it's something that you really like doing, even though you gave it up. Eventually, if that's something that is a choice that you like, you're lying to yourself if you're going to be with a person a long, long time without getting that. That's when they're going to start lurking off. Yeah, okay, I got my wife. She's a trophy wife. She's this bad woman. She's my dream girl, but she don't give me no head. So this is how the side chick and the bottom bitch is there. So when the bottom bitch is busy, then the side chick is giving me some head, and I go home and I just stick to white. That's it. But I'm getting head somewhere else. That's how these fucking doors open up. I'm just keeping it real with you. Now, any man who hits women, that's a definite no-no. I don't respect no man who hit any woman. I don't care. You got a women here know how to fight. They know how to do typo. How to fucking nigga up. Still, to me, they don't give you. I call the police on your ass. Call me a bitch. Call me a snitch. Call me what the hell you want to do. But I'm not gonna hit a woman. I would take the snitch and the bitch. Call me all that you want. I'm gonna call the police on you. That's just me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna hit a woman. That's just me. But my mom taught me that, hey, you don't disrespect a woman. You don't put your hands on a woman. Period. You don't call a woman a B. Period. I had a couple of controversies here, about that word, and a couple of people in here or wasn't here, they will tell you. It's one of the things that I live by. That's just me. I live by that, and I think a lot of men should, because, again, my mama not no B. My daughter ain't no B. My sister ain't no B. So how my wife, my girlfriend, or my lady friends are B's? This is a straight no. That's a coward. A man that had to put him. If he want to fight, there's so many men out here. You can go out, you get in the boxing ring with a man. You got. I guarantee you, the way that you want to hit that woman, go out into the street and do a man that way. You know, even up the odds. That's a coward to me. That's not a man. And you shouldn't take that at all. I think for both sides, you know, no putting your if it ain't no good touch, it should be no touching at all. That's my point on that. But I mean, you have, and it's not an excuse for. I mean, you do have cycles that kids grow up in certain situations. Kids who've been abused, and without the therapy, which black people need to really start to get into therapy. To prevent these situations for something to happen to them, because if you come from an abusive relationship or you come from an abusive living situation as a kid, that's what you're gonna know. Same as you're not being taught how to be loved or how to love people. If you're not being taught these things, you're only gonna live by what you see. You're gonna be a product of your environment. And if it's not a great environment, what's gonna be the rest said with that? You're gonna be a part of it. If you're in a impoverished area and you're not being taught right, then guess what? You're gonna succumb to your area. You're gonna think everything that's good that you're doing is outside instead of learning all the things that's good on the inside. Inside of your house is who you are. And if you have people who's living right and trying to teach you right, then nothing outside should interfere. Now I know peer pressure is one thing, but know the difference between wrong and right, you will know. You definitely will know. Now if you make the choice to do certain things, then that's on you. But you can't fall on that all because I know there's a difference of knowing and being taught, and there's a difference of not knowing and just learning from what you see. And for the ones who see that they think it's okay for a woman to beat on a man or a man to beat on a woman, they definitely need to get some help. Period. And shouldn't be tolerated at all. If you feel that you have to be in that type of situation that you have to hit a person or the person hit you, leave. I know it's hard to say, but guess what? Your life is more important. Your life is more important because eventually it's going to get to that point. And I know we all human when we go through certain situations, and I know some situations is not easy. But again, the cycle goes on and on and on until it had to be stopped. But a lot of times, situations like, oh, well, because of this, or I love you because of that. It's the same thing of constantly being cheated on or constantly disrespected. If you don't put your foot down and stop it, then or get out that situation, it's going to succumb to that. It's going to be at wit's end. Either it's going to be the end of you or it's going to be end of them. I know y'all seen Lifetime movies, Lifetime shows, or real life stuff. That how those situations come about. A lot of those shows that you see on Lifetime, is from real life stuff. That's how they come about. They basing it on something that's either they get from a crime, situation, or somebody who know, or someone who's been in it. That's what they get a lot of the research from real stuff. That's why it looks so real most of the time, or something you can relate to. You'll see that. So, and 80 to 90% of what the results is going to be, and it's not that it's going to happen overnight. No, it's not. But what you need to do is once that happens, that sorry baby, this and that. No, step out the house, get yourself to a situation. Oh, I didn't even see her come in. Okay, okay, never mind. Once you, I wish she was here because she can give you a better idea too of what's going on and what how she's living now is Libra Butterfly. She was in a bad relationship and abusive relationship. They almost killed her, and I don't want to speak, her story. I thought she was coming back, but she's in a great one now. You know what I mean? She found that man who coddled her. That gave her everything that she wanted, everything she was looking for in a man. Her husband. Who opened the doors. Give her everything that she need and everything that she want, and don't put his hands on her. There are men out here that do that, and you're not subject yourself to be getting hurt or losing your life on somebody whose head is messed up. Now, I would say get yourself as soon as you can out of that situation because I know life is fucked up these days. If it was left to me, you leave that same day. But I know life is not that easy. But you definitely need to get out and if it's possible, help for that person because everybody is human and people do go through shit. And I think it could be worked on, but not at that point. And I think that this is my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But if you want to give that person a chance, you will have to have that person get some professional help without you in the house because you're not going to be the target until the help comes through. That's my opinion as of not being a doctor or anything. That's the things that you'll have to do. Just my opinion. Again, and I want you to understand that. You have to think of yourself. You can't be any good for anybody else if you're not good for you. If you don't have the if you're being beat on everything, you would definitely would get you you can't be good to your family, you can't be good to your children, you can't be good to anybody unless your health is good first. And that's not going to be good for your kids to see because they're going to think that's okay if mommy think and let it to be shown that it's okay and it's not okay because they're going to think it's okay to do that when they get older. But you know, um, but I'm not gonna just keep pushing on with that. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. There's still any more questions on the situation. Let's see. Let's see the water. Oh yeah, that's a long time, Crystal. That's a long, long time. Yeah, man. Know how to knock somebody out. My father told us that everybody in the band knows martial arts. And Kim said she'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later. Okay, no problem. Okay, I appreciate that. But anyway, well, I'm done with the live. There's no more questions. I appreciate everybody coming by. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, BBK. Thank you, Divine Light. Diva Divine Light. Let's see. Thank you, Keisha. Keisha Bishop. Thank you, Libra Butterfly. Thank you, Kim. Who else came by? Lovely Love. Who else? Simply Sweetheart. It's All Hot Air. Pretty Chocolate Girl. And everyone else is in the bushes. I appreciate it. And replay crew, thank you for stopping by, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Thank you, and have a very, very pleasant night, and I'll talk to you soon.